America, Michael Hastings, this journalist who's been in this, he kind of exposed one of the army guys in America, very news at 10 here, and then he's died.
That journalist who did something.
He did a thing, but then he's been in this, he had a car crash and died, but he had a car crash that was where his car was completely on fire, and it seems to have crashed into a lamppost and just gone, so he's like completely...
Well, sometimes they don't recall stuff. You know, I don't know. I mean, you can get wound up into that kind of conspiracy world.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember a lot doing ages ago. I interviewed David Shaler when he was sane, and he was a fascinating chap.
Yeah.
But now he's kind of gone into this sort of transgender David Icke role, and he's quite fucking nuts. And you can see why, though. Yeah. When you're sort of on the run and you have to... He was in France for ages and then was jailed on false claims, came back, served prison sentence here.
Yeah. And, and they are all listening to all of our emails and conversations.
It does turn out
and there are spies everywhere and they're spying on... I mean, the Lawrence story is unbelievable. It's unbelievable that they're trying to discredit the family of Stephen Lawrence so
it does strike
cover
you
up their own mistakes.
Absolutely. I mean, it does strike you as absolutely fucking incredible that you've got a situation where actually very few people actually have much institutional faith in the police.
Yeah.
Because, you just think, well, that every time they get caught, whether it is, Jean-Charles de Menez or whether it's the Lawrence family or what have you, or whether it's Hillsborough, the first thing they do is try to cover up their own tracks and sort of institutionally protect each other. And this very interesting. I was doing a gig in Liverpool the day after the Hillsborough Memorial and the day before Thatcher's funeral. It was quite an atmosphere. Quite an atmosphere. Yeah. A mixture of memory and regret and real grieving and celebration.
But in 2009, you tried to you petitioned the Queen to try and stop us paying for Thatcher's funeral.
I was ahead of the curve.
You were, which is a good time to do it when she's still alive. What annoyed me about the Thatcher stuff was it all happened after she died, and so what the fuck, well done. There's no victory there. If someone's dead, they've already won. Jimmy Savile has won, as far as I'm concerned. He is the biggest victor we've ever seen. He lived his life. He did all his crimes. He got buried sitting up in his grave. Got this wonderful... It doesn't matter if afterwards he's then discredited.
I'll take your point.
What I'm saying is Mrs. Thatcher is like Jimmy Savile. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That they both got away with it. You can't celebrate afterwards. So if you're trying to stop
that she became Prime Minister to cover up any potential court case?
Not exactly. But I'm saying if you don't...